Okay, we all know Costco has a great return policy, but today I have 6 things about their policy that just might surprise you. Okay, number 1, when it comes to the surprises with the Costco return policy, okay, returns have gotten slow. Okay, I had an employee told me that they are now trained to look through every box and every package to make sure what you're returning is actually what you're supposed to be returning. They have had a lot of people abusing their policy and actually bringing back electronics like TVs and filling the boxes with things like dried pasta. She even said rocks came in a box. So because of that, they got to look through everything. So if you show up on a weekend, be prepared to wait in line because they're going to look through every single product carefully. So if you can, shop during the week, return things early in the morning during the week, even better, and you can get through the return line pretty quickly. Okay, number 2, returning alcohol to Costco. A lot of people think you can't return any alcohol to Costco. Well, it's really not a Costco issue, it's a state issue. So many states do allow alcohol returns. So what you need to do is just call your local Costco and ask them specifically, and they'll tell you if you live in a state where you can make alcohol returns. You just might be able to if you overbought for a wedding or something like that. If you live in a state that allows it, you can make those returns. Okay, number 3. A lot of people don't know what Costco does when you return food items, either items that have been opened or unopened. They actually all go in the trash. Okay, if you let's say you bought some meat, you took it out of the parking lot and go, oh shoot, this is not the one I wanted. If you take it back in immediately to the return desk, they're going to throw it away, which I thought was really surprising. But it makes sense. It's a safety issue. They're not going to put back something on the shelf. They don't know what happened to it once it left the warehouse, even if it just went to the parking lot and came right back. And so that's a bit of a surprise for many shoppers as well. And that includes things that have been opened and unopened. Any kind of food, perishable item, it goes in the trash. All right, number 4, major appliances. When you return major appliances, you have 90 days from the date of purchase. This is really good, okay? Home Depot and Lowe's, it's now only 48 hours. So add Costco to your list when you are looking to buy major appliances. They don't always have them. They don't have a huge selection, but when they do, definitely check them out. And that 90-day return policy is awesome. 48 hours and you barely get it plugged in and get it working before you can have to return it if you don't want it or if something happens to it. So keep that in mind. Major appliances at Costco, 90 days. It's awesome. All right, number 5, you ever tried to return a gift to Costco? It can be a little bit tricky if you don't have the receipt. So this really comes down to if you're buying a gift at Costco for somebody, make sure you include a receipt in it. I mean, heck, you can make a photocopy of it and black out the price if you want to. If you don't include that receipt, the person making the return is going to need your membership number, so it becomes a hassle. So always include that receipt if you can. It makes it much easier for the person that's getting the gift. If it's let's say it's clothing, they just need a different size or whatever. Put a receipt in there, black out the price if you need to, and you're good to go. Okay, and lastly, number 6, Costco is starting to crack down on their return policy. I had an employee tell me that they will ban you from making returns. And they're keeping track of how many returns you make on items that have been opened. And they're also tracking how many returns you're making on things that are really old. Basically using Costco to rent stuff for several years and then returning it. And this is something we're seeing all the way across the retail industry. So keep that in mind. Use the Costco policy like it was intended. Okay, don't use it to just use and rent stuff for a couple years and bring it back just because it's simply worn out. So if more shoppers do that, we're going to see the Costco return policy get worse. So that's something that's probably the biggest new thing is that they're starting to, kind of keep track of your returns. And I don't know exactly what the magic number is to trigger a ban or anything like that, but know that they're tracking your returns. Okay, if you found this content useful, please like and subscribe and look for more content to come. And thanks for stopping by.